Maybe you're just with a low effort guy. Video by Priscilla Boye or Boy. I don't know how to say that. But I'm pretty sure this video is about women feeling bad about being looked at as picky for having too high of a standard. And but let's see what's going on, man. Let's see the truth. And I will give my insight, of course.
Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. Now, if the title triggered you and you've already started typing your insults, pause. Get yourself a glass of something.
I guarantee you nobody's doing that. Relax. You're trying to create problems that don't exist.
Without wasting your time, let's get into the video that started it all.
So I just seen a girl make a video basically about things that her man does that would send a low effort man into a coma. And that's a topic that that's a trend I can get behind. So here's some things that my husband does that would send a low effort man straight into a coma. So for one, early on in our relationship, like back when we were dating, I learned that I cannot repost things, mention things, share things unless I let him know that I don't necessarily need them or want them, or unless I intend to get them. Because if I share something on social media, repost something on TikTok, if I mention something, show him something, it's going to end up at the house the next day, or whenever the soonest shipping is. Another thing is, I have this notebook right here. And this is literally a notebook that he dedicated just to me. It says love letters, feelings, thoughts, reassurance, and everything I want you to know for the queen. Always remember I love you and you are my world. And in this book, he literally writes me letters. And every time he writes me a letter, he'll leave it on the bathroom toilet, because he'll do it while I'm asleep, something like that, and leave it on the bathroom toilet. So when I go to the bathroom and like the notebook could just be sitting there on the toilet. And I always know that means that I have a new letter. Another thing is, he always buys me cards. Either just because, special occasion, just always gets me cards. I get him cards too, but that's something that we're big on. Another thing is, he supports any dreams that I have. Like, if you go look at his Amazon cart right now, I guarantee you there's a whole suite revamp for my nail suite in his cart.
Okay, so far I only see regular standards that a relationship should have. You know, you just expressing your love for your partner, your care for your partner. Everything I'm seeing right now is standard. I don't see nothing too over the top. So, I mean, if you would have man that, damn.
Been talking about like giving a more luxury experience. He literally has new chairs for my clients, a new nail desk, everything that I need to revamp my suite. Because when I mention it, that's just something that he goes into that mode. Another thing is, he buys all my wigs. Oh, and helps me with all my maintenance and things like that. Like, if I need my hair washed, he'll wash my hair. If I need help taking my hair out, he's gonna help take my hair out. If I need help shaving, he's going to help. Like, he's literally so helpful when it comes to my maintenance and stuff. He loves to help me take care of me. Also, he will book appointments for me. Like, I just took my hair out tonight because I have a hair appointment tomorrow, because I mentioned that I wanted to get a silk press from this lady that I recently found, and he booked it last night and sent me the confirmation, and I go to her tomorrow. I'm so excited. Another thing is, he allows me to have his credit card on my Apple Pay. One, I'm super responsible when it comes to it. I would never abuse my husband or anything like that. We are joint on our regular accounts. I am not on his credit card, but I am allowed to have it on my Apple Pay. Another thing that he does is drive everywhere. Like, I am passenger princess to the core. When I say he's going to drive everywhere, he's going to drive everywhere. Like, all that, I'm passenger princess, okay? Another thing that he does is, we are super open with our devices, with our phones, stuff like that. Like, I was literally so traumatized from relationships and phones and things like that. Like, I intentionally would try to forget, like, not remember his password. And he would literally be like, bro, like, if it's something I need to do with the phone, you can use my phone. Like, use my phone. Why don't you want to use my phone? Or he would be like, the password is such, 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 such. You put it in. You put it in. Like, yeah. And I know there's a lot of negative Nancy's who just always have to find that thin line. Don't in this video, please. Thank you, because I don't care. Project somewhere else. Thanks.
Can you elaborate on that? I'm really curious now. I'm real curious.
Another thing that
So far, I still don't see anything wrong. I don't know what's the video about again. Low effort guys. All right, maybe they're gonna show some low effort guy examples, because I don't see nothing wrong. So far, everything is good.
Is if I want to have a discussion about something, we're going to discuss it. We discuss finances often. We discuss our relationship often. He's just always present to talk about ways that we can make things better.
That's the bare minimum, though. Men really ain't doing this type of stuff out there. Nah, men are doing this type of stuff, and I'm gonna be more clear on what I mean by that later on when somebody brings up a low effort man.
Another thing that he does is if I ever need anything, it doesn't matter if it's 1 o'clock in the morning. If I want a pickle from the gas station at 1:30 in the morning, he's gonna go get it. Don't let me be sick. I don't know. I really could go on and on and on and on and on. But when I say I don't know nothing about a low effort man and do not settle, there's a man that's going to move mountains for you. And this goes beyond money. This just is as simple as effort. Like the low effort, we're not doing that. But bye.
Yeah, not every day men did this and men said that and men did that. Sometimes it's the men that are doing good, are doing right by our sisters. Okay? By our
All right, here's why I gotta interject. Here's why I'm finna really spit my shit. If it just don't this type of treatment, this quality of consideration, this quality of man does not just come to you just because you're a woman. You don't automatically deserve all that. You know, you gotta qualify to be with a man like that. So what the issue is, a lot of these women will see this and they'll think that they're perfect whatever they are and they deserve this type of treatment, all that type of shit, despite not fulfilling the duties that she should fulfill, that he would love. Because you could describe him as her dream man, but in order to have your dream man, you have to be his dream woman. I mean, I ain't gonna just do all this shit for you just because you exist. You gotta qualify for this type of shit, this type of treatment. So it ain't just, you don't just deserve all this. You gotta be the type of woman that a man would want to do this for. A genuine, loving woman. A woman that supports and respects him as well. Like she said, she gives him cars, he gives her car. You feel me? He do all this because the type of woman that she is. And that's just what the women on the internet, on the comments won't understand. They'll see all this that he's doing for her, but not see what she's doing for him. And they'll think, okay, so he should be doing all this for me despite what I'm doing. That's not the case. And this is where the fucked up expectations come from. You think you can do whatever you want and get whatever you want. Nah, that ain't how that works. Sometimes everything in life you gotta qualify for. That's the only issue I see in this video, is where they not showing what the woman is doing. So they think that, so now the woman on social media that see this will see what the man is doing for them and be like, well, every man should be doing this then. Every good man should be doing this for me, regardless of what type of woman I am, regardless of my character, regardless of how I carry myself in a relationship. No, that's not the case. So you gotta, to clarify for these women, you gotta go deeper into how you qualify for that. For why he does that for you. Because he don't just do it just to do it. A man ain't gonna do that just to do that unless he a simp or whatever. And those types of relationships don't last. So to get a man like that, you gotta be compatible. You gotta be the compatible type of woman that deserves a man like that. That's the only issue that I can see coming from this. Everything else is fine.
sisters who are in the relationships, who are in the marriages, they don't normally talk about some of these things. So when they do, and I see it, I don't know if you can see it. So when I see it, I post it. Okay, this morning I saw this video which led me to other videos, all right? And yes, there are good men out there. And yes, your standards are not too high. Okay?
Your standards can be too high though. If your standards have to be based off your own level. How somebody would critique you should be the same way you critique somebody else, or the same level. You know what I mean? Like, you qualify for what you qualify for basically is what I'm saying. So if you a bottom of the barrel, you were easy to get, you were inconsiderate person, you can't ask for the best, the very, very best. Let me come up with an analogy. Bro, so to help y'all understand what I'm trying to say. You can't be you can't be unqualified and have the best job. You can't have never gone to school and then all of a sudden you want to be a heart surgeon. You don't qualify. You got to qualify for these types of things. You don't just get this.
And yes, there are men who will do right by the women in their lives every single day. And if you're
They
a
do
woman
right by the right woman.
and you're watching this and you feel like, oh, this is going to create an unhealthy competition and comparison and so on and so forth, you know that's not what we are talking about. Don't act like you don't know. You know that's not what we are talking about. Okay, it's not about comparing your relationship, because if a relationship is good and it's giving what it's supposed to give and it's serving the purpose it's supposed to serve, you won't be comparing your relationship to other people's relationship.
And it will just reflect what you put in. What you put in a relationship, you will get out of. So if you ain't putting shit in a relationship, you're not gonna get shit out of it. If you ain't putting shit in, don't expect the best to come out of it.
Okay, some time ago I saw this lady's video. I don't know if I saved it, and if I did save it, I'll probably insert it somewhere. And if I didn't, if I remember her correctly, she said we hear most men saying that, oh, why don't women communicate what they want, what they need, and so on and so forth, and then they stay in relationships unhappy and so on and so forth. But most of the times it's not about communicating all the time what you want. If you're in a relationship and you have to communicate every single time what you want, maybe you are not aligned. Okay, it's about alignment. It's not about I want flowers. I don't want to tell you that I want flowers because I want you to be a mind reader. But it's I want flowers. I don't want to tell you I want flowers because I want you to know that I want flowers and you want to get me flowers. Do you know what I mean? I want to go on trips, but I don't want to tell you I want to go on trips because I want you to be that kind of guy who wants to take me on trips. It's about alignment.
Are you the girl that is deserving of that guy taking you on trips? Because you just kind of confused me with what you're saying right now. You just kind of confused me. You just said, I don't want you to be a mind reader, but I want you to know without me telling you what I want from you. That's mind reading. You just confused me. I don't like being confused.
Who wants to do right by me?
This video is 30 minutes long. I'm not watching this whole video.
That you want me to be happy all the time. And you do what you're supposed to do to make me happy. To make sure that I feel loved, I feel heard, I feel seen. And that's what we are talking about. Okay? So if you have one of those guys who will make every excuse in the world but do what he's supposed to do, well, that's your sign. And I'm not here to tell you.
Okay, that makes sense too. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. If you pouring all this in and you're not receiving nothing out, you're just not aligned. That's just not your partner. You shouldn't be with them. That makes sense. But if you ain't pouring nothing in, but you're expecting so much to come back to you, then no, your thinking is flawed. You're cooked. You're the one that's undeserving. And then therefore your expectations are too high. You can have standards that are too high, especially if you don't qualify for the type of man that fits those standards.
What to do? Because our sisters are there, and there's a lot. If I were to post a lot, it will be like an hour long. And if you want a part 2, let me know after you watch this. But anyway, let's get into it.
That's a trend I can get behind.
Oh boy, so we're bragging on our husbands. Okay, let's go. 28 years, so we got a couple things we got to talk about. The first 4 years of our marriage, we had one daughter. I was pregnant with the second one, and my husband said, what do you think about staying home? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, stay at home mom. He said, I don't want our children calling somebody else mom, like going to daycare. I want you to raise our children.
Valid concern, I guess.
So I've been home for 25 years. Damn. At this point. So every house we moved into, I have picked it out. He's given me the budget and we moved. So we moved to this house. This house is 7,500 square feet. And he looked at me and he said, you can't clean this by yourself. So he hired me a housekeeper. He said, find a housekeeper. And so every 2 weeks she comes in and does they do a whole little walkthrough. They do the whole thing. A lot of people don't understand that because well, you're at home. You should be able to, it's 7,500 square feet. He's like, no, you're not doing that.
Okay.
So he did that for me. He knows I don't like to travel. I know it sounds crazy, but he knows I'm not a big travel person, but he is. But he knows if it's an event, then he can get me to go. If there's something happening, he can get me to go. So he knows I love Dave Chappelle. And he said, Dave Chappelle's going to be in London. I'm like, okay. He's like, I said, oh, we're going to London? Yeah. So we fly out to London for the weekend. to go see Dave Chappelle. And I got 2 Prada purses on top of that. When he goes places, he went to Vegas with his friends, with his brothers, and he wanted me to have red bottoms. He just wanted me to have some. So he picked out one pair, and he said, "You like, send me a picture." I'm like, "Do you like these?" I said, "Yeah, I like those next to him." He was like, "You're not gonna wear those," and I'm like, "Oh, I like them." He comes home with both. That's just how he is, because he says he's not good at gifts. So he's like, "I just want you to have what you want." The end. We ended up going to Vegas to go see Usher. I wanted to see Usher, and we were just walking through the mall. And this is how most of the things that happen. And walked through the mall, and he's like, "Oh, I like that Fendi bag." I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's cute." He said, "Yeah, but you got to get the strap with it." And the guy's like, "Well, this strap doesn't come with it. This strap is extra," and it was a lot extra. He said, "I don't care. I'm not buying it unless she has that strap." Just out of the blue, got a Fendi bag. Just out of that's the kind of stuff he does. We did our 20th wedding anniversary in Greece because he wanted we got to do something. And like I said, I'm an introvert, and so we went to Greece. We're sitting, our last night, eating, and all of a sudden fireworks go off. I'm like, what in the world? He paid for 20 fireworks to go off over us in Greece on our last night. He travels a lot for work. I've been to Iceland with him because he had to work. He said, "I have to work the next week, but fly out with me. We'll do our thing on the weekend, and then you can fly back." Because we had the kids, so I ended up flying back. He ended up staying for the rest of the week. Just a few months ago, he made me go to Paris. He said, "I had to be there for a week. You're going to Paris." I'm like, okay.
Wealthy man, huh?
So basically, I was just in Paris for a week. I had on my robe, and you couldn't tell me nothing. I have some money. I was buying all kinds of shit. I had to buy another suitcase.
She deserved it.
Once I wanted, I said, I saw a Mini Cooper, and I said, when the kids are gone, I want that car. It's so cute, two-door. I love the Mini Cooper. And he said, if you find that car in the color you want, manual transmission, we'll buy it tomorrow. I found the car Monday.
Yeah, he rich. This nigga rich too.
I had the car.
Yeah, this nigga also rich too, so keep that in mind. Like, y'all niggas, a lot of y'all will not be able to do the shit he doing. You won't be able to just look at a car and be like, "Oh, I want that," and just buy it. But yeah, I get the idea behind that. I always want you to have what you want because I care so much about you and I really appreciate you so much. That's the real idea behind it.
That's his thing. The car ended up giving me issues, and he was like, "You're gonna do something about the car." He said, "It's doing too much to be, this new. It's doing too much." And he said, "And you're not allowed to downgrade." I'm like, okay, but there's not a lot of cars that come in manual. Well, the Porsche does. So he found me a green, which is my favorite color, a green manual drop top Porsche. It came straight off the assembly line. I had Porsche. It's in the garage right now. So those are the things that he does. And then people will say, well, he's a stay-at-home, you're a stay-at-home mom, and he travels. You're not worried about him, doing this and doing that. You don't know how much this man talks. Like, his love language is quality time. He wants me to be in the room. Like, I have a whole studio and office downstairs. And if I go down there, within 30 minutes, he's coming down. And he works from home. So he'll be sitting there, like if he's on a call, I know I can sneak away. And the second he gets off that call, he comes downstairs. What are you doing? That is his love language. I can't get this man to leave. I cannot get him to leave the house. So, yeah. Mommy and.
Things my man does for me that would send a low effort man into a coma. I had to help.
I'm not gonna watch that video. I'm gonna get my last one, two, and I'm gonna end it out. So the only issue that can come from this, I'm trying to pre-shoot it. I'm trying to pre-fire it, because then people have higher expectations because of what they see online, and they'll bring that to their reality, and their reality don't match, and they'll get mad, and they'll group everybody together like it's everybody. No, right? We're gonna prevent that, right? We're gonna stop the problem before it even starts. I wish these women would have told them what they do in a relationship and how they contribute, what their place is in that relationship in that man's life for them to deserve what that man is providing them. That's just what I wish they would have included. So the women that see this and try to bring this into their reality and it don't match, so that when they see this, they'll understand, okay, maybe I just need to become a higher quality woman myself to attain that higher quality man that would do these types of things for me. That's the only thing I want these women to understand. These women are exceptional women, so they deserve exceptional men. Good men, good quality men, because they're good quality women, right? Like I said earlier, you have to qualify. And it's not saying it in an objectifying way, or you have to, no, it's not like requirements, but you do know that you got to qualify for your standards. You can't just have high standards just to have high standards, and you don't, and somebody will look at you and you don't fit their standard. That person that you have high standards for won't even look at you. That's just not how that works. That's not balanced. It's not gonna work. That's just the only issue I want to pre-fire. But hey, let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all, if y'all agree or disagree. I'm taking on this with logic, and it makes sense. Because men ain't just doing this shit for no reason. They ain't just finna, unless they a simp, and you gonna take advantage of a simp because they desperate. But a good man, a good husband, is not just doing this for no reason. That's just what I want these women to understand. The women that will just raise their standards just because they see it on the internet and not realize that to raise their standards, they have to raise their own quality. That's just what I want them to understand. But if the shoe fit, it fit, and wear it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, though. Like, comment, subscribe to that good shit. I will catch y'all in the next video. Stay cool, man. Peace out. You feel me?